yet, so.
We are now.
No.
All right, excellent. Perfect timing. So today is January 4th. It is 9 a.m. Just want to welcome everybody to the ERC meeting. We have on the agenda that I have in front of me, we have 3 items on that. Make sure that there's no changes to it as we go through. Present, we have from City Council, we have myself and Councilman Vince Polizzi. We also have Mayor Derek Slaughter, Chris Black, Chief Lucas, and Janice Frank, as well as Skip Mimi. So we'll get started with item number 1. It is appointments and reappointments. The first being for the Board of Health. Mrs. Wenzel, a resident at 17 Fairview Ave, is being appointed to a 5-year term commencing on 1/5/23 and ending on 1/3/28. Ms. Wenzel, is there anything that you'd like to share with us about your appointment experience and so on? We did get an email with some of your qualifications, but we'd like to hear some from you.
Oh, okay. Well, I've been a lifelong member or lifelong living in Williamsport. Grew up in the East End, and our house that we built is in East End. I was a teacher for 38 years. Started at Stevens the year it opened, then went to Curtin and started a program. I was special ed supervisor for 6 years and then finished my career at Williamsport High School. So I'm special ed certified. Been married 35 years or 36. My husband was also a teacher. He's very involved in things in the community. Yeah, we've always loved this town. You know, never thought I would stay after I graduated from college, but best decision I ever made was to stay.
Excellent to hear. It's wonderful to know that we have individuals such as yourself in the community with areas of expertise that are willing to step up for these kinds of boards. It's very important that we have these positions filled. So I'd like to extend my thank you. And I'm sure Mr. Polizzi and other members of the administration would like to do that as well.
I'm looking forward to learning more about what the board does and what I can contribute to help.
Thank you. Now, we don't do any recommendations, and we will take a vote on this on Thursday. So if there's nothing else from any members of the council administration, I'd like to thank you again for your willingness to step up and serve.
You're welcome. Thank you for asking me.
All right. Next on the agenda, we have a Veterans Memorial Park Commission. Mayor, if you'd like to take this one.
All right. Good morning, Chairman Bider, Councilman Polizzi. What you have here is an appointment and a reappointment to the Veteran Memorial Park Commission. Kenneth Feast is appointed, or recommendation to appoint to a term January 5th, 23, ending January 1st, 27, and then Dan Young as a reappointment to the commission. His term would be January 5th of 23 and ending January 1st of 27. And I believe Mr. Markley is here on their behalf this morning to represent that appointment and reappointment. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Mayor. Mr. Markley, is there anything that you'd like to add on behalf of yourself or Mr. Feast for this appointment?
You're muted, Mr. Markley. Mr. Markley, you're muted there. Sorry.
Yes, I do. Don Young is very instrumental on the Veterans Memorial Park with the submarine memorial. He is a submariner, and there's a little committee that's set aside from us that takes care of that. And he just wants to be reinstated for another 5 years with the mayor and your guys' approval. He's been very helpful with the Veterans Memorial Park. Ken Feast. Ken was in the National Guard, retired from the National Guard. He also works for the United States Post Office. I don't know if you have his bio there, but he spent time in Operation Shield, Desert Storm. He also was very instrumental on the Gold Star Family Monument. He's one of the 4 committee members that went out and found it, raised all the funds, and made all the connections to have that memorial set here in Williamsport. And we just think he'll be a great addition to our commission. He's a young man, which we need to help keep things moving up at the park.
All right. Excellent. Thank you very much for speaking on their behalf. There's nothing more important in our community than our veterans and our Gold Star families, and to have a monument like that to them is wonderful, and it's a great asset to show how much we care, not only in Williamsport but in Lycoming County, about our veterans and the sacrifices that their families make. So thank you very much for that.
You're welcome.
Right.
Now, Mayor, will I have to come to council meeting or on Thursday, or are you just going to handle this?
Yes, Gay, I can handle it. You do not have to be there in council, as Chairman Biter said with the first one there in Swensel.
Thank you, Mayor.
Yep.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you
Eric,
very much.
if I can
Mr.
jump
Michael.
in real quick.
Yeah,
Pardon?
absolutely.
Just to speak to the character, I don't know Mr. Young, but I'm sure if Mr. Markley speaks highly of him, that's definitely worth a lot. I do know Mr. Feast, and I'd just like to say I can't think of somebody that would do a better job than Mr. Feast. As Mr. Markley said, I'm aware of that Mr. Feast was the one that really pushed very hard and got behind the Gold Star Memorial and the family. Again, can't think of a nicer person and somebody that cares more about this community. So I'm personally very happy to see that he's going to be sitting on this commission. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you as well, Mr. Pelizzi, for adding that. Mr. Markley, thank you so much for your time today. And we will get this all squared away for you gentlemen on Thursday.
Well, thank you. Then for Janice Franks, I will send a updated 5-year term schedule to you then with all the new names.
Thanks, John.
You're
Thanks,
welcome.
John.
You're welcome. Thank you, everybody.
All right. Now, the next on my agenda, number 2, I have a resolution authorizing articles of agreements between the city and the Commonwealth of PA and Economic Development Governors Center for Local Services. And we have Chief Lucas. You're going to handle that one for us this morning.
Yes, thank you. Basically what this is an agreement allowing the Department of Community and Economic Development to facilitate a meeting with Old Lycoming Township, with the township, the city of Williamsport, the Bureau of Fire, and the Old Lycoming Township Fire Department. It's to renew our alliance that was last done in 1999. So it needs updated. And basically this is just letting the DCED know that the city is okay with this.
All right. So this has not been updated since 1999, you said, or renewed.
Correct.
Okay. And are we changing anything in this agreement from 1999?
We plan on making changes, yes. We
Okay,
were trying to reach out to Old Lycoming Fire Department, and we were having difficulties with them meeting, so we decided to go through the DCED to facilitate the meetings. Ann Weaver Morrow is the representative from DCED that would be his facilitator. They also have a technical support person. It's a retired York Fire Chief, John Semp. So our municipalities, there's other municipalities that want to be part of this alliance, but until we can bring those other municipalities in, we need to get this agreement up to speed. Some of the things that we want to try and do is like put a 5-year limit on that this needs updated every 5 years between the city of Williamsport and Old Lycoming Township. That's just some of the things that we want to put in.
I would highly recommend that, specifically if we're going to start adding municipalities to this agreement. Now we have a good relationship with Old Lycoming. That's been in place for quite a while, as you've stated. So that would be something that I would advise as well. That being said, I think that getting DCED involved at this point is prudent of us. So that way we can make sure we're doing everything to help keep our costs down from a city standpoint and keep residents of volunteered fire department coverages safe.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, there's municipalities out there that want our protection, they're willing to pay, but this would help facilitate a fee schedules type thing and everything else.
That's wonderful. So thank you very much for bringing that forward. I don't have any questions in regards to that right now. Mr. Polizzi, do you have any?
I don't have any questions at this time.
All right, excellent. That will be all then for that item. Chief, thank you very much for presenting that to us. And the last item that I have on my agenda is item number 3, any related items.
I don't have anything to bring forward.
Any members of the administration with anything to bring forward? Seeing and hearing none, I will take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
And I'll second that. And all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. That concludes our meeting today. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. And I will see you all on Thursday.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thanks.
You too.
Hey, Chief, before you leave, exit the meeting. Thank you.